Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. As of filming this video today, I am exactly 16 weeks out. My show is on a Saturday. This is being filmed on the Saturday, so it's literally 16 weeks on the dot. I believe last time I gave an update properly into workout training prep would have been 23 weeks out. So quite a while back now. So I thought I'd give you all an update on what I'm doing, how my prep is doing, how my food, my training is set up, and how that fits into my lifestyle being a corporate worker. And yeah, just give you all an updated insight. I've been in prep for 8 weeks now, and it's been, I'd say, on the whole, a lot better than the previous prep. The rate of weight loss is a lot more gradual and steady, and slower as well. So performance has been maintained to a higher level than the previous prep, and I don't really see drastic drops in food. Food is a lot more slowly tapering down as well, and we're not dropping food every week or every couple of weeks. So on the whole, it's been a lot more enjoyable. On the training side, it's definitely been a lot more enjoyable as well, because I'm still getting pumped. I'm still able to train to failure with no problem. The intensity is still high. Of course, some of the load will have to drop down a bit as and when our leverages change or I get lighter even. But because I haven't lost that much weight so far between now and the start of prep, my performance hasn't really declined to that point where I'm regressing across every single one of my lifts. Normally I would be doing my hammer strength unilateral supinated underhand grip pull down, but I am at EP Jungle, one of the best gyms that I've been to, and the amount of quality kit they have is phenomenal. And specifically, this Nautilus single arm pull down is one of the mechanisms where I've used before, and it's one of my favorites. So I've swapped the hammer strength out in favor of this one because both target the lats, but for this one, I feel a lot more, I find it smoother, and it's just a lot more enjoyable. And I thought, you know what, why not reward myself with an experience on this beautiful piece of kit.
Walks barely down the street with the brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of speed. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Yeah. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
In terms of diet, on a training day, I'm having 2,706 calories, and on a rest day, I'm having 2,309 calories. So, a bit low, I'm not gonna lie, on rest days. I'm feeling hungry on rest days now. Training days, I'm still pretty chill. I mean, what I've found personally is that kind of training window, the time between I eat my pre-workout meal and then I start my session, I finish my session, do my cardio, and then commute home. That's a pretty big window between my pre-workout and my post-workout meal, factoring in training, warm-up, stretching, cardio, and commute times, both to the gym and back home from the gym. So that window where I'm not really having anything other than intra, I don't really feel that hungry on training days. So that's the reason I think why I'm pretty chill on training days, on top of just eating more food in general, on training days versus rest days. On a rest day, that's when I'm really feeling the hunger. But the good news is, it's only 2 days a week, so at the moment it's still pretty fine. I've gotten to that stage now where I'm kind of pushing my meal one of the day back further than usual. So I'll try and have that at 11 or no earlier than 11 a.m. And that keeps it very manageable at this point in the prep. Every time my coach drops food, he drops it like a few grams of rice every meal. He'll drop like a little bit here, a little bit there, but not like dropping drastically in one go, all in one meal. So it makes it a lot less noticeable because it's spread across everything and it's very gradual. And that's one thing which I've experienced this prep, which wasn't necessarily the case last prep because we had such a short timeline and we were in so much more of a rush. So I think as a result, food drops, when it has happened, this prep, even though it's already less frequent, it's also less noticeable.
Some people call me the space cowboy. Yeah. Some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice. Cause I speak of the pompatus of love. People talk about me, baby. Say I'm doing you wrong, doing you wrong.
I've touched on my diet. Let's talk a bit about my output. So in terms of steps, I'm doing 12,000 steps a day. That's been increased from, I believe, 10,000 steps a day at the start of prep. That got bumped to 11,000 a while back, and now it's being bumped to 12,000 steps a day. For me and my lifestyle, it's not very, very hard to hit. Like, most of the time, I don't really have to go too much out of my way to hit 12,000 steps. If I go into the office, which is around 2 to 3 days a week, I'm pretty much hitting 10K steps easily. And if it's a training day, so I'm going to gym on top of going to the office, I'm hitting like 14, 15,000 steps. That's the joy of living in London. Yes, the standard of living is higher, but you get more steps in because you're taking public transport and you're getting on the tube and stuff, although that TfL is very, very expensive as well. But yeah, the only days where I find it tough to get my steps in would be on rest days and I'm working from home, which realistically is only 1 day a week. So I'd have to, like, when I say go out of my way, I'd actually have to consciously leave the flat with the purpose of going for a walk. Of course, cardio, the steps during cardio doesn't count towards my daily step target. But as I said, again, that's only 1 day a week. So overall, on the whole, it's not too bad. Cardio-wise, I'm doing 125 minutes per week. My coach lets me split that up however I want, as long as each session is at least 20 minutes. Because you don't want to be only spending 10 minutes on the treadmill, because by the time your heart rate's up there, you got like 5 minutes left, something like that. So yeah, nothing shorter than 20 minutes, and however I distribute however I want. And how I've done it is on rest days. When I've got a bit more time, I'll do slightly more. So I'll do 30 minutes on my 2 rest days. And then for the remaining training days, I'll do 25 minutes on one of them and then 20 minutes on the remaining 2. As cardio gets increased, I will still follow this principle where I do more on rest days. Just from an output perspective, it's overall more consistent throughout the week because obviously I'm not training on rest days, but also just in terms of time management perspective, I will just have more time on my hands during rest days. So yeah. 'Cause I feel so secure.